Hi, welcome to Dan Time with me, Dan. Today we're talking about mostly sexuality. So if that isn't your jam, skip it. Girl, I won't be mad at you. I understand. It's not everybody's thing and I support asexuals. Asexual pride, but not for me. I am not asexual, I'm bisexual. The one that comes right after A, B, C. What's the C? I can't say that. This is still like the early part of the YouTube video, so we have to be on our best behavior. As per usual, I've got my topics locked and loaded, ready to go, baby. We got a whole bunch of notes. A whole bunch of notes today. Okay, it's a good one. It's a real good one. You like my shirt? I made it myself. I paid someone on Etsy to make me this. It was like $10, which I think is a good deal because this is a good shirt and I love it. Work. First topic of the day, lesbian situationships. Now, if you're new here and I guess if you don't have eyes or maybe my testosterone's working a little bit too well, I am trans. I am a trans man, okay? And I was never a lesbian, but I was a big titty goth, bisexual. And I had my fair share of lesbian situationships back in the day. Lesbian situationships are the most intense roller coaster of emotions that you could ever experience as a person, as a mortal, as a human being on this planet and potentially in other planets. I support lesbians in space and in other universes as well. Haven't heard from them yet, but once we get in contact with them, I'm sure they will have many, many stories to share about their nightmare situationships. Lesbian situationships are simultaneously the closest to nirvana that you could ever experience as a human and the closest that you are going to experience to the deepest layer of hell as a mortal in this realm. Women are awesome until they're not, especially when you're dating them. Well, it's a situationship, so you're unlabeled, which is also a nightmare. My lesbian situationships were a mess, a big mess. It was the worst heartbreaks of my life. I'm thinking I had like two major sapphic situationships in my life that absolutely tore me apart. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times, and it was also the okayest of times. I strongly encourage anyone of any sexuality, any life path, whatever you got going on, to try out a same sex relationship or at least a situationship. Just try it. Just try it, take a little taste, and tell me what you think. It'll probably be really devastating, but I feel like it unlocks some deeper level of empathy and understanding within your soul, and it also just makes you a better person um, artistically. The last lesbian situationship that I had, we went out and got tattoos together, and I got this tattoo. I did talk about this in a previous video, and then we broke up. Sort of broke up. We were never really labeled in the first place, and went our separate ways because of the pandemic and other reasons, but mainly the pandemic. And then we both transitioned. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I haven't talked to this person in a while, so I have no idea what's going on with their life, but I hope they're doing well. I still have the tattoo that you told me to get, and I'm keeping it forever because I think it's hilarious. I think it's a funny story. And it really goes to show you the intensity of a sapphic relationship. That was a quick and easy one. I feel like I can't really talk too much about lesbian situationships because I don't have a lot of experience with lesbian situationships. Primarily because I'm a man, and I prefer men, especially after I start taking testosterone. Something about Oh, it's weird. It's weird how that works because back when I was not on any hormones and living as a woman, I was more attracted to women, but now I'm more attracted to men. Maybe it's something about me. Maybe it's like I need them to be kind of similar to me. I don't know what I'm thinking. I don't know. I'm overanalyzing my own sexuality, but when you go on hormones, your sexuality may change. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. Second topic, men in thongs. Correct. Correct. Right. Yes. Men should be in thongs. I think that thongs were built for men to wear as opposed to women because for women or people with vaginas, it just kind of gets sucked up in there and stuck between the lips, and the lips will chomp them up like, and it's, you got discharge and stuff, and it's just a mess, and it's not ideal, but a man or a person with a penis, shall we say, not even, not, no, not even. I think men, cis men, cis men should be wearing thongs. And I want to convince them that this is like a trend, like back in pre-revolution France or something, where it was all hot for men to wear heels. It was like a sign of masculinity to wear heels. I want to convince them that it's very masculine and strong to wear thongs. Cis men, if you're hearing this, I actually just got off the phone with Andrew Tate, and he told me the next big thing is men in thongs. I want you in those 5-inch inseams with the whale tail out all summer long. And this is not coming from me. This is coming from Andrew Tate and other alpha male professionals. I have a direct line to all of the alpha male experts and alpha male podcasters as their resident expert omega male. And they're just telling me to report this to you. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. Oh, actually, Joe Rogan just called, and he just said to me that lower back tattoos that fit right in between the whale tail, the thong in the back, that say princess or baby girl, those are also going to be very alpha, T boosting, naturally T boosting. There is a formula of ink that Alex Jones is working on that is going to boost your T levels naturally, but only if you get it in the lower back area where it would be visible if you were wearing a thong. All right. You didn't hear this from me. This is insider information. I just think that we should be sexualizing cis men more. And trans men, honestly. Me, sexualize me. That's yeah, you can do that. Speaking of cis men and sexualizing them, let's talk about the craving butt stuff that so many of them do. And this extends to men of all sexualities, but I'm primarily thinking of cis men here because I'm going off of my own experiences and things that I've heard from other people. Don't ask for butt stuff until you've done it on yourself. I know that's like a truth bomb for a lot of you. I don't care if you're gay, straight, whatever your sexuality is. If you're going to be doing that to someone else, you should explore your own body and figure out how it feels on your body before you do it to someone else. Because then you're just going to have a better understanding of what feels good, what feels bad, how you should approach that part of the body. Like, make it make sense. I intentionally didn't say bi men there because bi men already know 100% what it feels like to have fingers up their ass. If you're watching foreign films and you're really into the Criterion Closet videos and you're listening to like car seat headrests, you're fine. I know you already know what it feels like to have a few fingers up your ass. Like, let's be real. But seriously, how do you know what feels good for the other person unless you've done it to yourself? And don't say, oh, I've watched enough videos online to know it feels good based on the reactions. No, you don't. No, you don't. Porn is acting. Thinking porn is real is like thinking the WWE is real. It's not. It's fake. It's all made up. It's all kayfabe, babe. That's what's going on. I think this goes for most sex acts, but especially things going through the back door. Let's apply the golden rule there. I know a lot of cis men are into Jesus, so let me spell it out for you. All right. Matthew 7:12 or Luke 6:31. Remember that? The golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That includes fingers up the ass. This is short. I didn't have a lot to talk about this time. I've had so many big topics lately, like big in-depth topics. And I mean, these are some big, meaty, thick and juicy, girthy topics today, but they're not like long. They're a bit chode-ish. The meat is there. The meat is there, but it's not as meaty as usual. It's a bit micro-sized. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop with the dick jokes. Let's go right into ins and outs because that's what we got going on. Here are my ins for the week. Ins slogan tees because I got this new one that I haven't worn yet. I'm wearing it for the first time today. Isn't it cute? Isn't it cute? I love my reply guys, even the guys who hate me. Love them. 2, journaling. I've really been into journaling lately. I love opening up my silly little book covered in stickers. I love covering a book with stickers, first of all. Have loved that forever, but I just love doing that, especially with a journal. It personalizes it, you know? That's kind of off topic, whatever. But just sitting down and writing all my complaints about the day or like what happened in my dreams or what's going on in my life and then being able to look back at it months later, that's really fun. I do like that. Also, it just feels good to get things out of your system, to like purge it out. My therapist has been trying to get me to do this for years, and it's finally snapping in my brain for some reason. I don't know why recently it's snapping in my brain, but that's how it works, I guess. 3, extra lube. This goes along with the theme for today's video. Always use extra lube. Doesn't matter if you're naturally well slicked up or not. Use extra lube or at least have it on hand because we don't want any tears. We don't want any fissures, any things of that nature. If we can prevent it, you know what I mean? Like practice good sexual health is what I'm getting at. Please. Outs. Unprotected sex. No, in this economy, no. I know condoms are expensive, but also like so many sexual health clinics have free condoms if you just ask. A lot of them have them out in the lobby, like on college campuses or, you know, just clinics. A gynecologist. You could probably ask a gynecologist if you have one. 2, dairy. Dairy. Do I have to say much more than that? Gets me bloated as hell. I had some sour cream last night and it made my stomach hurt so bad that I had a panic attack because I thought I was going to die. I was so bloated that I was like, I'm going to explode and die tonight. So dairy, big out for me. Last one, nefarious omens. Really kind of over nefarious omens. I keep looking out the window and seeing 3 crows. That's happened to me a few times this past week. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't feel good. Also, my girlfriend called me earlier and told me that she saw a bald eagle dead on the side of the road. Don't worry, it was already reported to animal control and whatever because like you have to report it or else you can get arrested. There was already people there, so it's fine. It's fine. A lot of bird omens happening lately. Lot of bird omens happening. What does that mean? Is that like a spring thing? Am I going insane? I don't know. Just kind of over the amount of nefarious omens that I'm getting lately. Well, that's about it, gang. Short and sweet. Very bisexual today. But I mean that's on brand for me. I'm very bisexual too. Thanks for watching. Bye.